Last May and June, our customers, he was taken to Amsterdam in the Netherlands, the crane that pursued their port. The light above is used by us. One in Shenzhen, China. Philips in Shenzhen. What about this company? Closed. What about this lamp? Rather special. On the dock. Is it eroded by the sea breeze or something? Well, the thing that causes him to be rusty can't take it down. It turns out that the company that made that light fixture didn't even consider these issues. It's this lamp. It took him 2 or 3 years. He already has a problem. After the problem, he couldn't find anyone to change it. He only had 2 welded pieces. He said, why don't you take a look, Jeff? Are you interested in doing it? The first requirement is to replace. The second need is to be better than what he has now. His clients only gave him pictures for reference, nothing in kind. He asked him to replace it. Perfect customization. Then my subject specializes in making customized lamps, as long as you can afford the price. No problem at all. So we gather the electronics companies first. The design firm meets, deal with customer pain points. First, it cannot rust, can be replaced. Secondly, we guarantee its earthquake resistance. Very good. Third, it is the seaside again. Does the sea breeze corrode it? Fourth, you also need to consider the light effect and the light angle. Fifth, the number is not large. You don't want customers to pay this mold fee. Using my existing experience and the resources of suppliers. Then through integration, through our design capabilities, this product was only used for 1 day. And that's what we had on display. Our first map is not quite like this. The first version came with an independent power supply. That is a separate power mounting board and more be stable. After giving him this picture, he said, I need to put together your lamp and power supply. I'll give you such a big installation place. Then after he made this request, it took another day to change the renderings for him. Does the customer need to open the mold for this thing? He didn't have to pay a modeling fee because we've been doing this for 16 years. We can share many products. There's no need to go to the customer to open the door because we want to save money for our customers as well. On this basis, we first replaced this screw. We have replaced the screws with screws that are resistant to salt spray and salt foam. What about later? We also use varnish. Varnish is 3 defenses. Waterproof, windproof, salt spray proof. Just take these surface parts of it. Where can you imagine all protected it? Of course, in terms of vibration. When we first designed it for the first edition, the effect we gave him was to screw it in from the side here. He said that adding screws to the side can still shake off. He said, I didn't want to see any screws anywhere in the front. Nose blue. In this case, our design team creatively came up with a solution of adding 2 teeth with stainless steel. 1, there are hex screws here. This special shape mechanical screw, that in itself, it goes on. Its power is already great. What about POs? It can stop you from falling off. That doesn't fall off, which means nothing falls off, because we have to take into account that it is a high frequency vibration. Then, on this basis, we considered another one. Just when the snail is straightened, we added stainless steel to it. As long as this thing can't fall off, the glass can't fall off. Both ends are fixed to it. This is a double protection. With this screw, not only can I fall big here, I can also fix this thing wherever you want. I can avoid screws. I loosened it with this screw and it can't fall off. This is a very nice design. Protect its back. At the same time, it protects its front. From the front, it looks like a work of art. What about this product? To be precise, it is not a complete product. We also added an earthquake weld to this place. There's a screw right here. Then there is a hook. Well, you can also make it tick somewhere. But when everything fails, we can still hook you firmly on it with this hook. Definitely not on a crane. That includes delays customers didn't expect. He was thinking of waterproof and dustproof things. I said, where do you use this thing? He first said it was used on cranes. We thought it was a regular crane. He later said I was using it on the dock. So these screws are to prevent rust. You use it all. Delay tolerant. The problem is that the customer did not think of it. We added it for him. That ends well quick. It's also that the customer didn't think of it. We added it for him. Because this thing is purely a protective thing. Just when he might not have a large scale and particularly severe shock once in 10 years. Just that we, as design, we must take this extreme situation into account for you. We proved in the lab that it is such a lamp, it will be no problem for 10 years. Only we will follow. You promised a warranty. It's no problem for the FBI to throw it in the water. This was originally his demand for 200 sticks. We gave him samples. After the customer saw it, they thought, wow, very good, very good. So the actual requirement is 350. Then my Belgian client he said that Jeff's product could be sold for many years in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Sun, for telling us this wonderful story today. What if you want to hear more stories?
We also welcome you to continue to follow our channel.